I'm ready. Go for it.
Well, today you moderated a panel of owners and contractors and talked about C3.
We did.
What did you see? What was the most exciting thing you heard from the questions and also from the panel today?
You know, we've always known from the very onset of this initiative that the owners would play a very key part in the initiative. And listening to the owners talk today about the value of that and understanding that C3 initiatives and those principles we're putting forth could actually advance and be return on investment. It's interesting and exciting for the owner to understand that this is not a cost added to their projects, but rather an investment in their projects.
And we heard some conversation about going back into the schools and starting training and crafts workers and things like that. What was that all about?
Well, I think, you know, it's interesting. Every single time we have a conversation in a group of people about workforce, the first thing we start talking about is the high schools and the lack of our ability to recruit folks at a young age. You heard Jim Stevenson in the panel discussion today say that the average worker enters our industry at the age of 29, essentially, as he said, because they've tried everything else. So I think it's a great conversation. I think coming from the training field and the training background and construction, I would tell you that we can't just go into the schools and say, we have a great career for you. We have to make that a great career. So some of these principles that C3 is putting forward, they are key. We have to get those accomplished before we can go into the school and say, we have a career path for you. We have training. We have a set path for you to succeed.
Anything else you want to say that you saw today that you hadn't seen perhaps, or that you heard that you hadn't heard before in the other panels you've worked on?
I think, you know, interestingly enough, this particular panel being with the American Subcontractors Association, and we know that for the subcontractor, this is probably a kind of an unknown concept for them. And I think every time we come with this group, I'm very excited because this group also understands this concept. They will, on a very practical basis, be impacted by these principles on the project more so than everyone else. They have the craft workers. And for this group, we don't see pushback, we don't see argument, we don't see the questions that we don't want to hear, which is, why am I doing this? I think just overall this acceptance of it is very enheartening for us.
That's great. Katrina, thank you very much.
Thank you, Jim.
Appreciate it.